Pond 4, just having a look. They've dug, this is the far corner where the oak tree is there, so you've got your bearings. But you can see how deep they've gone down in this corner, and that's just because of the tilt of the land. So if you don't go deep enough there, then all your water will accumulate down there. So you've got to go quite deep. But you can see how it's coming along pretty well. This group's particularly fast. We're quite impressed with their work. In fact, the foreman from this has probably got himself a job after this. We're hoping to employ him sort of long term on this project, which would be really good, because that's what this is about, really, training up local folks with the skills, give them opportunities. To use a slogan, well, the thing I always say to people is about empowering others. So that's quite exciting, and he's doing a fantastic job, to be honest. He did the other pond as well, Pond 2. And then we have Pond 3, which is coming along as well, coming along well. We're going to have a look at that in a second. So this is pond number 3. Looking pretty good, isn't it? Just some last bits to do, sort of levelling the ground. That pipe where Simpson's sat, we're going to want to raise it a bit as well, as we want to raise that one. And then we want to fill in this middle bit. It's a little bit, you can't see as well on the camera, but it's a bit lower down. So raise the bank so it's level. It's easier to walk on. Compacts down as well, so you get less leakages between the ponds, that type of thing. But before that, we're going to raise it. But the first thing I'd like to do is just see how deep it is. I'm going to put my Ifuka handle in and then measure it. This is the Ifuka, the hoe. So let's have a go. So this is the Ifuka with the measurement. You can see the water line. So about 80 centimetres, so we need to go a bit higher. And obviously there are certain parts of the pond that will be deeper than that, so it sort of balances it out. But this is at the inlet side, which is a bit lower anyway. So just measured this, almost fell in. Would have been good to capture, hey? But we're about 1.10 m on this bit, but this is the deep part of the pond. So we'll go carry on and do that up there and see where we're at. So we're just in the process of lifting the inlets because they're a bit low, and that's about this height. The height from the bottom of the pipe down to here where the water level is about 1.10 m, which is perfect. If you get 1 metre, the water level's about there where the spade is. Then you have 10 centimetres for a bit of a gap. The water can flow, create air when it hits the water, plus the fish can't escape that way because they would swim up. There's also water flowing in, you can see. There's a little underground stream. Some of that will be coming from the ponds next door. Some of it will be coming just from the fact that this is a bit of a low-lying area where the swamp is. So we're just lifting that one. We're going to lift Pond 2 up as well, because we basically found that the level of the pipe is about 80 centimetres down to the ground. We want to lift it by 30. Again, so you've got 20 centimetres around the pond that you want, and then the 10 centimetres so the fish can't jump up and escape, and also a bit of water flow because as it hits. But it has meant that we have to do it slightly high so that the water actually flows back, which isn't the best thing. But because this is lower down than up there, we'll always have water coming down. There you go, proof. So we're testing the pipe in the distance. We've lifted it quite a bit. You can definitely see from here it's sloped up. So I'm just putting my foot on this, just pushing this pipe down. Let's make some interesting noises. It's come. Now it's coming out. Excellent. It worked. Even though that's a bit up a bit, it still works. So it's actually the dry season at the moment. So it's been about a month without rain, and just everything just turns. You can see even how dry the grass looks behind me on the slope. And of course that means that the water volume has also reduced a bit in the channel. So it's interesting times, but the good thing is, even though it's dry, that our ponds are still filling. We've still got water coming, which is fantastic. So it means that when we do have water, and we'll have, you know, we've got plenty more coming with the rains. These ponds will fill up very quickly, and then it's just a case of keeping them topped up during the dry season, which we'll be able to do no problem with the amount of water we're getting. So all in all, pretty good. And I'm pleased we've raised those pipes, because it basically means we can lift the level up of the banks, which is what we need to make sure we have that enough space for the fish and enough oxygen for the amount of fish that we're stocking. Because it's all based on the fact that we're assuming we've got 1 metre deep, which we need as an assumption. All right.